Just logging in. Live. All right, Wednesday night. Back at it again.
Episode 18. And we have a few announcements for you tonight. Wanted to let you know.
Let's let a few people get up here. Wait a minute. What is going on? Anybody up here? Let us know you're here. We're still trying out our new software tonight.
Remember, put your name at the front of your comment.
Well, we got a paid subscription now, so hopefully their names might show up. If it don't, they'll have to add a name. Oh, they did it again. Facebook user. Hey, sorry, we can't tell who you are. I will be picking up my phone so I can see. Let us know who you are. You have to write your name with the comment. Sorry. I don't know why StreamYard. We're using StreamYard. We're live on Facebook tonight and trying to be live on YouTube also. Hey, Chip, we're going to send you an invite here shortly.
Yes, sir.
We'll get a few things out of the way. Anyway, who are you?
My name's Riley.
How you doing, Riley?
This is my dad, Greg, and
how's everybody tonight? Thank y'all for hopping on. Man, the page has been growing a lot lately.
It has. Hey, Colleen.
Oh, there's Colleen. How are you, Colleen?
And hey there, Angela.
Now we just need Jessica.
Yeah.
Old friend Jessica.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank y'all for popping on tonight. We're gonna have a special guest tonight too. Not sure how many of you saw live last week or went back and watched the video, but we had Mark McCulloch up here last week, producer of the Savannah House, Savannah Haunting.
Savannah Haunting. Yeah.
You need to check that movie out if you hadn't. It's an awesome movie. And we're still on go for, what's the date?
The dates for the Savannah House, we have the August 11th, the 12th, and the 13th, and we are recommended to stay in the house.
No, you are staying in the house.
Me and Dylan will be staying and sleeping in the actual house we are investigating in.
Yeah, they're going to stay. I probably will not be staying. I'm not planning on staying. But we shall see how that works. So, yeah, August 11th, 12th, and 13th, we will be going to the Savannah House in Georgia. So it's going to be very interesting.
Very, very interesting. Which is actually brings up a pretty good topic that I wanted to bring up tonight to all of our followers that keep up with us.
Hey, Gabby, thanks for hopping on. Sorry, guys. Looking up here on what Riley and I see now with this new software we're using, it just says Facebook user. Sorry. So if you don't give us your name, we won't know who you are. I guess I could. I'm going to open my phone app up in a minute, and I'll be able to tell who it is. But anyway, thank you, everybody, for hopping on.
Yes.
We do appreciate it. Gosh, Lee. We got over 570 people in the group, and, man, it's grown like crazy in the last 60 days. It's just bloomed.
Yeah.
But what we're really wanting is those 500 people to get on board and let's talk and get this live pumping. We'll talk about anything, pretty much anything. We love paranormal. We love ghost hunting. We love talking about ghost hunting. Things that scared the heck out of you now or scared you to death when you were younger. And places that you'd like to see us go hunt. Go check out. If you know there's somewhere that's scary, somewhere that's haunted, you've heard us haunted, let us know. We'll go.
We are actually brave enough to go.
No, he and Dylan are brave enough. I'm the chauffeur. I'll get them there, and I'll try it for a little while. And if it gets too bad, I'll be in the truck waiting on them. So that's my part.
Don't let him fool you. He'll be in there.
I'm liking it more all the time.
I sure hope so.
But anyway, seriously, thank you all for hopping on. We do have a TikTok page. Dylan's been in charge of that. He's going to have, Dylan, if you're out there, we need that login. we should be going live right now. Riley and I just talked about it. We were looking on TikTok, and we actually made a little TikTok video, and for some reason it didn't pop up, and it didn't go to the down south page. So we don't know where it went, but we're trying to get enough people on TikTok we can go live there all at one time. So we're live on Facebook now. We should be live on YouTube. I'm going to check in a minute. It's still showing up here that we are. We're checked off on both of them, Riley. You see that?
Yeah, that's amazing.
So we should be going live on YouTube. This will help get our YouTube channel going again. And we're going to eventually and gradually start sharing videos of our past investigations. Definitely on YouTube. We'll be updating that a lot. So the biggest thing we got coming up right now, other than we're going to have Chip on tonight, we've met Chip a couple of times now. We go to McCabe's Costumes in Winterville. They have a paranormal night. If you guys don't know about it, it's usually the first Sunday, maybe, or second Sunday. It's one Sunday out of every month to go and meet. And guys, they're a good group of people. They talk about lots of things, especially paranormal, and some things that are over mine and Riley's head.
Yeah, that's
like the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Golly, there's some weird things going on in this world, and if you don't pay attention, you won't see it.
Yeah. That Mandela effect still not quite register up here.
No, I have to really think about it. But when those guys start talking about it, and it's like things when you were a child or years ago, you knew Fruit Loop cereal was spelled Fruit. He
said third Sunday of the month.
There we go. Somebody told us third Sunday.
That's probably Mr. Chip.
Anyway, we've made it. We've only made it twice. Seems like when we go have a long weekend investigating, it seems like it never fails. That Sunday
is always paranormal night.
It is, and we're like getting home from an investigation at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning, and we're like drained all day Sunday from driving when we go out of town. But anyway, we've enjoyed it. We met Chip there. Man, he's awesome. He had a heck of a talk. Well, it lit mine and Riley's eyes up. He's very talented. He's been investigating a lot longer than Riley and I. We even know. I mean, he's been 20-something years investigating, I think he said. But in the last 30 days, he has seriously been in some homes that needed some help, and he was able to help the people there, which is kind of what we're all about. We love the paranormal, but what we really like is
helping people.
Somebody calls, hey, I got something going on in my house. I don't,
that's where I want to come in.
That's what we like. A lot of people don't like for you to talk about it because they, and you tell somebody your doors are shutting in your house or your water faucets are turning on and off by themselves or the lights are blinking. Naturally, they think it's an electrical problem or there's a cold draft in their house. But you know when something's going on, and they don't want to ask people.
Who's the Facebook user that just said, hey, y'all?
I don't know. When it says, hey, y'all guys, y'all give us your name right there because we're not seeing it on our end. I have yet to figure out on StreamYard for it to show us your names. Sorry. We'll get it figured out. But anyway, hey, thank you for hopping up here. Hey, Melanie and Princess, thank y'all for hopping on. We appreciate it. But anyway, we want to go help people. We want to go find, hey, we want to let you know if something's going on at your home or your business or somewhere, we got enough equipment. We'll debunk it. We'll say, hey, there's no spirits here. There's nothing going to harm you. Or if it's a good spirit, hey, you're cool.
Watch this. Yeah. Like my phone says now, every time I get a call, who you going to call? You just say Ghostbusters, but you can say down south supernatural. Literally.
Ghostbusters.
Who you gonna call? Me and my father here.
Hey, but the Ghostbusters is a movie. What we do ain't no movie.
No.
I'm just saying there's some things that give you chills. Your hair stands up on your arms. Feel sick at your stomach when you get in a place that's really active. And there are places like that, y'all.
You'll go home with open scratch marks all the way down your back.
Yeah. So, Dylan, I don't know if you're on yet. I sent you an invite. Fixing to send you one too, Chip. After me and Riley run through these few things, we're going to get Chip up here. and introduce him. You guys are going to love him. And he's going to tell you a lot about what the supernatural investigation is all about, because he's been doing it a while. Anyway, after the Savannah House on August 11th, 12th,
and 13th.
3 days, we're going to be going live at the Savannah House. You guys will be able to see it. I'm not 100% sure if we're going live 24 hours, but we're going to have cameras set up in the whole house. So you'll be able to see what's going on. I see that. Yep.
Who's that?
But anyway. Oh, hey, Amanda. So we're going to have our camera system. We got our camera system. We're setting it up now. We're going to have a camera going live in every room of the Savannah House. So those of you who haven't seen the Savannah House, watch the movie. Watch the movie. It's on Hulu. I don't think it's on Netflix yet.
It ain't on Netflix yet.
Oh, real quick. Sorry to jump around. Mark McCullough. He's awesome. He got on last week in our live. He talked amazing. He answered all our questions about the Savannah House. We might get him back on one more time before we go. But after it was over, I Googled Mark's name that Monday. Actually, the next day, it was on Thursday. It was last Wednesday. It was Thursday. I had no idea, Mark, if you're watching, I had no idea you were in about 40 or 50 other movies yourself. Some very well-known movies that people know.
Yeah.
I got a little bit starstruck after that. I told Riley, I said, man, we're two country bumpkins, and we were talking with a Hollywood movie star. But you're down to earth. You're awesome. We appreciate you, being that way. We wouldn't have never known it. But yeah, Mark, he's produced movies. He's been in The Walking Dead, you guys, that TV series. He's been in all kinds of movies, but his latest one, I think he's working on something else, is the Savannah Haunting. That's where we're going. We'll be going live from there 3 days. So
cameras are going to be rolling all night long, even on me and Dylan sleeping.
Y'all gonna do that?
Yeah.
So how people gonna wake you up if they see something going on?
I don't know.
They're gonna see a shadow walking in the room while you and him are asleep.
Yeah.
And somebody will see it because it'll be recording the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so after the very weekend after Savannah House, that investigation, we're going to something awesome that we've been a fan, especially Riley, is Sam and Dean Winchester, which is, it kind of explains kind of where you got your name.
Where I got down south supernatural from. Back when I was going through some troubles after my wreck with the whole devil in the room drinking.
Not even that.
And
no, way before that, man.
I just wanted something to keep me occupied. So I formed Down South Supernatural. But
Supernaturals
came from Supernatural, the series.
Which is what, 15 seasons of it?
Yeah.
And this dude's watched 15 seasons probably 30 times. I don't know. Ever since he got in the bad, if those of you don't know, I ain't jumping on you, but you got in a bad wreck in 2014 that made you miss about 2 years of your life, maybe 3. He had to learn to walk, talk, eat, drink. He had to relearn it all. We were told that, basically for about a month, he wasn't going to make it. He was in a coma for 3 months, but he was in a bad wreck. But he's here today. But even early on, before he could talk, we got him back watching some TV when he was strong enough just to hold his head up. And he was back watching Supernaturals. And so it's been a big part of his life. So the weekend after, that August 20-something. Anyway, the weekend after we go to Savannah Haunting on the
11th, 12th, 13th.
We'll be going to Charlotte.
See Sam and Dean.
Sam and Dean and the whole cast.
Crowley and all of them.
They'll be there. So he gets to he'll get to do some autographs with them. Heck, they might even take his autograph, I think, especially when they find out who he is now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got a lot going on next month. I think we're going to try this weekend. We may try to go back to a place that we went in about a couple of months ago and it's right here local to us. And there was some seriously weird things going on in that house. We didn't do good. We didn't do a good job of videoing, but we're probably gonna go live. Yeah, we were probably gonna go live if we make it there. Maybe Saturday evening, depending on how Saturday goes. If not, we might even hit Sunday. We're gonna go back in that house, and it's got some serious, heavy things going on in it.
There are a bunch of satanic ritual paintings and sigils all over the wall, from the front door all the way to the back door.
Yeah.
And more than likely in the basement as well. You just can't go down in the basement because it's flooded with water.
Somebody asked the name of that movie. Check it out. This is the house we're going in right here, guys. You'll see it right here. It's the Savannah Haunting.
That's gonna be my cuddle buddy on that profile picture.
Sorry, that's our screen print shop. We do screen print T-shirts and embroidery and all that kind of stuff for businesses, churches, church groups. Anyway, I didn't mean to get off on that. Somebody asked what was the name of that movie again. Somebody said that's one of their favorite shows. Yeah, it's awesome. Riley watched it so much he can repeat every scene of it. But anyway, she's pretty, ain't she?
Yeah, she's gonna be my cuddle buddy that night, sadly.
Yeah, that was inspired. This movie, y'all, was inspired by true events, things that happened. Have y'all heard from Tar Heel lately? Who's that? Let me open up my phone and get on Facebook so I know who we're talking to.
Who is that just commented, have y'all heard from Tar Heel lately?
Teddy. That's Teddy. Okay, Debbie. I'm looking at my phone now, y'all. Yeah, that was for you, Angela. The name of that movie, there it is right there. Savannah Haunting. You need to check it out. Actually, what's up, Teddy?
How you doing, man?
Teddy, I think you may be talking about Tar River. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, check it out, Chip. Check it out, man. This is my favorite logo for down south.
Even though that number at the bottom is wrong. It's 1768.
Yeah, just so you know, we screen print shirts. I'm in construction for a living with my day job, and we've been screen printing T-shirts and stuff for, I don't know, 15, 16 years now. And our own logo, our own shirt we designed, we come up with all this, and we printed Riley's phone number on out of all the shirts. And we give a lot of shirts out.
Yeah, I literally just gave one of those shirts to Gabby the other day.
Sorry, Gabby.
I
told Will and Riley we're talking about, there's no telling how many of those shirts we'd give out. And man, suppose somebody's called them numbers wanting to talk to somebody at Down South Supernatural.
Yeah.
Somebody has no clue what's going on there.
That's my luck.
It says popped up there. My phone's back. Yeah, man, Teddy, I'm going to get this out of the way one time, y'all. So everybody listening, listen good. I won't even going to bring it up. But Teddy's brung it up. I'm glad he did. I guess Riley and I have talked about it. We've talked about it several times. Like you're going to slide it clean out of the chair. You're slipping down behind that sign there.
I'm calling my day.
But anyway, Wayne, the Tar River Paranormal. We had a call. We met Wayne at McCabe's Costumes. The first time we met him, and we've talked to him. He went to the Trevette Clinic with us a couple months ago. Man, we had a great time. We enjoyed Wayne's company. We're not going to sit here and run him down. Come to find out, Wayne's got a history. And it's history, y'all, but it's kind of the type of history we're not going to involve ourselves with. Anyway, it was a call me and Riley didn't want to hear. We're not going to associate ourselves with some things that I hate. I hate Wayne got himself into some things. He's got a history. Look, there's always two sides to every story, okay? I don't know the deal. I'm not going to talk about him. I can tell you my history with him is short. Riley and I, man, we enjoyed being around him.
It was cool.
But, we're not the type of people to put ourselves or our family in positions anyway for nobody to do something indecent to us or anybody in our family. So that opportunity never come up. You can look it up as public information. I'm not going to talk about him, the things he did, because I don't know the whole story. Okay.
Who's the chairman or the Facebook user that just said, "Hey, y'all"?
My phone's lagging behind, but hey, everybody. Anyway, Teddy, just to let you know, Wayne's been kicked out of several different groups he was in. He's got several different names Riley and I did not know about. What's up, David? David, I might have to send you an invite if you want to hop on, my man. We got some things tonight.
David Rice, get up here. You're being summoned.
Anyway, yeah, Teddy, I don't think you're going to get Wayne for a while. I think the people in charge, the law might have, somebody's turned him in for some things, maybe for him not doing some things you have to do when you're a pedophile. Okay, I'll leave it at that. We don't do that kind of crap.
We don't believe in that.
Not at all. Anyway, I can only judge a man by how he treated me, and he treated Riley and me fine. But at the same time, we're not going to put this business that Riley and me and Dylan and us guys are trying to grow. We just ain't going to be a part of that kind of stuff. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to nip it in the bud on that part. I won't bring Wayne's name, won't be coming back up no more with us. I'm not going to run him down. I'm not going to talk about him. I think Riley and I have talked about it. We feel the same way. We enjoyed having him around us, but when you find out the history, somebody else brought it to our attention. We didn't go looking for it. Okay, same thing. Wayne was a part of a lot of other groups, and all this come out at one time. McCabe's Costumes, Haunts and Histories. You can go on Facebook. Haunts and Histories put out yesterday how they were not going to be a part of him and anything to do with him anymore, and it kind of tells you more about what he did. Like I said, it's public knowledge. You can go up there and look for pedophiles in North Carolina. Sadly, his name is up there for indecent liberties with a minor. Okay, I know nothing about it other than that's what it says. We have parted ways with it. We don't roll that way, and we don't support. Anyway, enough of it. It disgusts me. That man's got to live with it for the rest of his life, and he should if what happened really happened. And I guess in the court of law, it happened because he's a public pedophile offender now. So anyway, I'm done with that. We're going to move on. We ain't going to talk about that no more. Right? You good with that?
I'm great with that.
I ain't got no more to say about it. Anyway, I will say I hate it. I hate it.
Because I like the guy.
Yeah. So anyway, and I will say, guys, I'll tell you this. Get on the internet, search pedophiles in your area. You may be amazed at the ones that pop up. They're within, I don't know, a 5-mile radius of where we live. Oh my God, there was about 70 of them that popped up. So, man, be aware of your surroundings. New people you just meet, if you hadn't known them all your life, check them out. Check them out. There's some damn freaks in this world. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm done with that. Somebody said he's listed for. I wonder why my phone is not updating with all the comments. I can't tell who it is, but anyway, you guys can read the same thing. He's listed for his lifetime on the registry as well. Just letting you know. Thank you for letting us know. Thanks. So somebody up here knows him personally, but as sexual assault and rape survivor myself, I have no empathy. We don't neither. And he didn't deserve this much, but respect, especially for how y'all protect your family and think of them before all things. Yeah, appreciate that. That's one thing, we ain't gonna run nobody down. They're like I always tell Riley and my family, there's two sides to every story, and it's so easy to jump right in and bash somebody. That's just how your brain's programmed. But I guess as you get older, I guess you learn a little bit different. Anyway, y'all, I'm about ready to get Chip on. Chip, I'm gonna send you this invite, man. We're gonna try to get you in here and let everybody.
I need to say one thing before we bring Mr. Chip up.
Say it.
Mr. Chip is an experienced exorcist, but he also has experience in cleansing locations, and he is checked off, or whatever you want to call it, in that he's checked off
everything
in all of that to do all of it. So he is able to do all of that himself.
So he is experienced. He's an ordained minister, I think. And I think that's how he pretty much, I hope he pulls up.
And I've actually started trying to get all my stuff together. Being I'm a demonologist, I like to say that it's not just that I like to say that word. It's just I'm now working on being like Mr. Chip as well.
So you basically took, I don't know, months and months of online classes to become a certified demonology. Those of you who don't know, that don't mean you're a devil. Somebody asked us, did we worship the devil? Heck no, we believe in God. I guess I need to say that more often too, because on more than one occasion, people think just because you like to try to communicate with spirits, some good, some bad. Sadly, we dealt with both of them. That you're a devil worshiper, you worship demons. No, we ain't opening portals or nothing like that. I believe in God.
I'm trying to help find a solution to get rid of the demons if that's an issue. You don't run across them much, but when you do, it's usually not something you want to do as a family-oriented thing on your own. You kind of want help from somebody who knows what they're doing. And as painful as it is to say, I know a lot of people in my past probably never would have saw any of us actually being experienced with any of that, but we actually are, and we are here to help.
All right, I see Chip. I see you in the back in the green room, my man. Come on, we're gonna pull Chip in here. Let's see. We're gonna try the software.
Hey, Mr. Chip.
Hold on. You might have to check your mic, Chip. Make sure you're unmuted.
I got it. Hey, how you guys doing?
What's going on, Chip? We hear you a little bit. It's kind of low.
I got dogs right now trying to talk.
If you can turn your volume up a little bit, that'd be good. Hey, I see a black little fog over there in the corner. What's going on? We got an orb, a solid orb.
See some phenomenon.
Can you hear us?
Can
Okay.
you hear us, Mr. Chip?
Sounds like it might be getting
You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Sounds like there's something loud in the background.
Yeah, I
Hear a
don't.
lot.
You guys should check out that old church in Snow Hill on 3rd Street. I've had some experience myself. I've never spoken up because of how scary it was.
Can't tell if Chip can hear us or not. I see you, Chip. We hear a lot of background noise. That's just Riley and I. I don't really know what everybody else is hearing. That's all that.
On 3rd Street, we need to remember that old church in Snow Hill on 3rd Street.
Chip, is your volume working?
I think everything's on.
I think Chip's working on it. We see you, man.
Yeah, I hear. My volume's up all the way up. I hear you guys.
Okay. I can kind of hear you. I don't know why it's so staticky. Let's see.
It's probably the.
I'm gonna reduce the background noise.
Yeah,
You get a lot of static saying Mr. Roboto.
I can't hear you.
I won't pay attention.
I can't hear you, Chip. I'm sorry, man. Let's see. I'm gonna read. It says it gives me an opportunity to reduce your background noise. Clicked on it. Do you hear that? What I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Sound like you got a lawnmower running in the background. Oh, the mute works.
And now you probably can't hear him when he's talking. So wonder how we fix that.
I don't know. Maybe Chip's got to figure out what's going on his end. It may be the internet too.
Yeah. Maybe the internet.
Yeah, he's saying yeah.
Who just said they're back on?
Yeah, Melanie, I'm thank you for saying that. Teddy said it sounds like you in an airplane, Chip. Unmute your mic now. See if it goes away.
That's it.
It's a little better.
Yeah, it's a little better now.
Is your volume up? Can you turn your volume up? Volume's up. Let me turn my volume up. I can't hardly hear you. I don't hear all the muffled noise now.
I keep hearing you guys multiple times.
Your internet must be like ours. You got dial up. It does sound better. I don't hear quite as much static as I did here.
I think we created a time vortex.
Yeah. I think you're right. Hey, anyway, I think we can hear you. Let's move on. Chip, tell us who you are, what you do.
Yeah. All right. I'm Chip. And he keeps coming back like 3 times. I was in a group up north, and
Melanie, are you close to Chip? Somebody's gonna have to take him a phone.
You want me to try the phone?
Hey, you can. It may work better. Mine does. I'm actually using a hotspot phone now. It may work better.
I'm going to try the phone. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody, y'all hold on. Anybody got any Jeopardy music? Do, 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 Let's see if we can get Chip a little bit better. I'm glad it wasn't just Riley and I hearing the airplane noise.
Yeah. What about Big Squeal?
Yeah, where you at, Dylan? Where you at tonight?
Where you at, Big Squeal?
I'm tickled that David Rice is watching, man. Get
Yeah.
out of here. Cowboy Bull Rider. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
David is one of the original Down South Supernatural members. He's still part of the team. But that joker's riding bulls now. Good gracious. He's riding bulls.
That ain't for me.
We saw a little clip you posted yesterday, David, of the guy riding the bull. He got bucked off and landed on the gate that opens up. I mean, landed on it and sit right down on it like he was about to ride the gate. Never seen nothing like that.
Yeah, not. Oh, I don't want nothing to do with that. Sometimes Alderhun's electric can interfere.
I get that.
I get that.
Is that you, David? You missed a lot due to busy life. Yeah, we know. We know you busy, man. We're waiting for you though to get back in it.
It's only a matter of time.
We'll be here.
I've just had to become an exorcist and all that in the meantime.
Who's that? Remember, guys, we can't. Here's Chip coming back on. Let me try to. Let me get Chip back up here. Man, the picture looks better.
It works better. Yeah, maybe my machine's too old.
Look at there.
That sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
Man, the picture looks better. I don't know about the guy sitting in it, though. I ain't sure.
It just shows I shouldn't have been using a 486 computer, you know?
Yeah.
All right, we've told everybody how we met you. We met you at McCabe's Costumes, man, and we talked. Man, you guys are cool there. It's kind of hard to go around and find somebody who really wants to talk about supernatural and other weird things going on without being labeled as a freak or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a good group, and we've even gotten out and done a few things together. We went to the Bigfoot Museum, and I think it's called Littleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, Gabby.
You're hiding behind the sign again.
I'll be damned.
Sit up, boy. Yeah, you guys went to Harmony Hall, what, 2 weekends ago, maybe?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you got some stuff there too, man. We Riley and I have been there once, and it was a hot spot. But y'all probably got more communication than we did.
We had a lot of communication that night. It was impressive.
Yeah, Chip, how long you been doing investigating?
Oh, really? Seems I can't remember when I actually started. It's I was curious about this when I was young. I had lots of occurrences growing up, and it just kind of was a natural thing to get into.
Yes, sir.
Got you. So it's probably safe to say 25, 30 years.
I would say yes. That's easy to say. Yeah.
More than Riley. He's 25. That's for sure.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. At Harmony Hall, we were talking to. Well, first I thought his name was Rob, but it turned out his last name is Cobb. That's right, and it was the guy who built the house. And it was a pretty fun conversation we had with him. He is quite a character.
Yeah, we didn't get, like I said, we didn't get a lot of communication. Y'all got a lot of communication with several different spirits. We didn't, man. It was maybe two, maybe really one, and we weren't sure about the other. We would get some intermixed chatter,
and that was only like a few words.
Yeah, y'all got some complete sentences.
Chip, we got full sentences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people check us out right here in Kinston, and like probably most people, you ride through Kinston and you probably miss Harmony Hall if you didn't know it was there. But it is the oldest home in Kinston. A lot of history there.
Yeah.
I've been driving past it since the 70s, and I actually never knew anything about its history or what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going. I didn't realize neither that when you go back and look at it, like we were talking about it in the meeting, the Simon Bright Apartments are there, and Simon Bright himself wasn't that nice of a man, and it was just all kinds of histories that people, man, actually I say my age, but especially the younger crowd like Riley these days have no clue about. Even with Google, it's so easy to Google and find it out, but I don't know, man. Part of the history is going away. It seems like people. I don't know who to blame that on. I don't know. History just didn't. I don't know.
Isn't
a special person interested in history now?
Isn't all that crap?
Yeah. You know, if we study history, then we can learn to not make the same mistakes, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right. So what got me and Riley the other night when you started telling us, man, you've been to two different investigations, two different homes, in the last would be now with 3 or 4 weeks, and you actually had to exercise both of them.
Well, actually, they were only in the one house, but they were two different spirits in the one house.
In the one house.
But the both of the houses were tremendous activity. I don't know if it's something going on right now or if it's something going on around here in Williamston, but it was probably two of the better investigations that I've been on, especially for the amount of conversation we had with a spirit. The first spirit, just visiting a friend at his house, and all of a sudden this table moves, and he's got a new Victrola from, I think it's from like 1930, and he's playing some albums. The house is built in 1926, so we're playing music that would have been heard back then in that house.
Wow.
And all of a sudden that table just moved, and it was just like, wait, did you just see that?
The whole table moved.
Yeah, it only like an inch maybe, but it was really loud, and because it's a big heavy piece of furniture, and it was just like, yeah. So we just started doing an impromptu investigation right there, put out the EMF detectors, and we scattered them all over the room because we just he's got a lot of equipment. I had a lot in my car. We just kind of scattered these things around, and you could see something walking along and setting them off, you know, as they walked around the table. And got out of he's a great inventor, and he built this fantastic spirit box. And we set that up, and we were getting incredible conversation. I mean, basically for an hour and a half, we sat there, the three of us, one of us being, you know, immaterial, and had an incredible conversation. We learned about the house, when it was built, why it was built. The owner ran a tailor shop in Williamston, and he was about to have a daughter, so he lived above the tailor shop, but now they needed to move to a house because he's about to have a daughter. So he built this house, and he talked all about, you know, the surrounding area. Told us his wife's name was Gertrude, and his brother Ivan lived down the street and around the corner, and his brother's wife, and we learned about his family. His son ended up being doctor, and I think it was in Wilmington. It was just incredible amount of information just spewing out of the guy.
So that's the funny thing is the average person who thinks like this thinks you have to have a medium or somebody to pull this information, and then first thing you think about it, is that real? But you're actually getting this stuff, telling you the history of what's going on there through your equipment, which is scientific proof, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in Williamston, we had a prison camp during World War II, and he was a Jewish fellow, and he really didn't like the Germans there, but he was pretty much okay with the Italians that were there. So I just thought it was kind of funny that, like, he's looking at it from his time period, which looks a little different than today.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And then after that, a few days later, went to another house, and that's where we found some spirits that weren't too nice, not demonic, just mean people that got stuck. And
so this is a whole different house. Everybody who's watching, he's gone through this, and this was a span. Was it 1 week or 2 weeks?
This is in 1 week. This is just a few days later after that first house.
Did they call you to come check it out, or you just happened to be visiting or something?
No, I knew the family, and we had already talked. We were going to do something there because there was already some issues.
Right.
There may have been some oppression that was going on, and definitely some infestation. So it was like, we kind of got to jump in here kind of early, kind of nip this in the butt. With the so the first investigation, that one wasn't planned. That just kind of came about. The second one was planned ahead of time, and we had a set date that we were going to do that one. So we went to that house and kind of started around, was there any new furniture in the house? And there was a Hoosier cabinet. So we thought, okay, let's just start right there by the Hoosier cabinet in case something came with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we ended up talking to a young girl who was quite a trip. I mean, she was just full of life and giggling for, being on the other side.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was, she liked the dogs, and the house has several dogs. And one of the dogs brings toys over to play with her. So, you can't be all bad if the dogs want to play with you, right?
Yeah.
She even called one of the dogs, walked by, and she called that dog by name. And I thought, how cool, the person who lives there, she said she likes her. And what do you like about her? And she says she sings. And so the lady of the house started singing, and then when she stopped, the child ended up singing the rest of the song, or the next line.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we thought, well, that was pretty neat. It came through the spirit box really clear as could be. Just, normally you don't get it that clear. Normally it's got a lot of background noise. It's got the static. This was just and then we asked about, how many spirits are there. And she told us there were 6. Said, was there anybody new? And she said the mean man upstairs. And the mean man upstairs was the one we were coming to see. Because that was the guy who was initially causing problems.
Yes, sir.
So I think we could have stayed and talked to the girl all night, but we needed to move on. So we moved upstairs. We were doing saging the house. I was doing a blessing on the house. And then we ended up having that other spirit come through on the spirit box. And we asked it how it got there, and it said through the mirror. And what had happened is the lady of the house had bought an antique mirror. And you never know what that's coming with, right? She brought it upstairs and she sat it down on a chair, but she didn't realize it was facing another mirror. So we got these two mirrors facing each other. And it's like, then she realized, oh, later on, she realized that wasn't a good idea.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah. So
That's really bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So even the entity said it came through the mirror. And
That's insane.
a few things it did, it kind of moved. They got those little wooden shutters on inside to kind of the house to kind of block out the light, and it kind of moved those shutters some. So that was the only thing as far as like visually, you know, the movement. Other than that, it was stuff we got through the spirit box. One of the cool things that I've never had happen is that the other spirits were coming through the spirit box and cheering us on. They didn't like this guy either. So did a blessing on the room and trying to convince this guy to leave, to move on, that he didn't belong there and he wasn't going to get to stay. It didn't really work. So we ended up having to do an exorcism, and it was neat, the interaction. It was like having a team with you, because the spirits were like, yeah, you're going now, you got to go. And he finally says, okay, I'm going, bye. And they all went, yay, together. And I thought, oh, how awesome is this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's just like that's a movie. You could write a book about that.
Yeah.
That one place.
Yeah. So after we did that one, there was some negative energy that was coming out of a storage shed area in the back. So we went back to check that, and it was a small little space, but I tell you what, the EMF detectors were all pegged. I mean, no matter where you put them, it was just like the whole room was full of energy.
Wow.
But there was only one electrical cord coming up there to a light bulb, and that was the only electricity in the thing. So definitely not enough to put out this kind of energy. And when we turned that Frank's box on, I imagine I got to, adhere to FCC rules. So I can't say what the Frank's box did, but it called me by name.
Yeah.
And
It was
cussing
nice.
me out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, well, I know he's a sailor, because, it was just, one thing after another, and everybody kind of took a step back and said, I don't think it's that bad. I'm not worried. There's nothing flying around, right? So it's just a bully. And another neat thing, so we had two Frank's boxes going at the same time. The person who was helping me, she was listening to a smaller Frank's box, and she's getting a female talking to her, and the female says that she's stuck there. She can't get out. He won't let her leave. So we started in on him, tried to play nice and see if we couldn't just convince him to go, and he didn't want to go. Eventually we blessed the place. He still didn't want to go. The whole place is full of sage. I mean, I'm surprised the fire department didn't come out for, thinking fire. And so we got him weakened enough that she was able to leave. She said, I can go now. I'm going. And it was just amazing, again, because we have 4 of us standing there, and 2 of them, are not physically there. And we ended up finally getting rid of him. I got to go back. I want to follow up and make sure he's gone. But it was just the whole place. Everything just felt so much lighter. You could tell a huge difference.
And the homeowner.
Very thankful. Yeah. Yes.
That's the good part.
Yeah. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So we left a couple of the good spirits in the house, and we just got rid of 2 bad spirits and allowed 1 to leave willingly.
Yes, sir.
But like I said, I mean, I've been doing this a long time, and to have this kind of interaction, I don't know if it's location or if there's, looking at everything and whether it's that solar flare stuff that's going on or what, because this has just been amazing.
Yeah, I mean that's all that happened in 1 week. The two houses, that just blows my mind because
Yeah.
there's so many places that I've been with Riley and we've been and done things, and it's just like, man, really the majority of times you don't get much of nothing.
That's why I try to explain to people. I said, like, really 60 to 80% of the time, you're just sitting there with thinking about, wow, it'd be really cool, just anything,
Yes, sir.
Somebody, I don't know who, I can't tell on who said it, but somebody said they think you're talking about their house shit.
Yeah, I am talking about her house. I didn't want to say it specifically.
Oh, okay. So you really are.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
I was trying to keep her anonymous,
Hey, that's okay. Well, you did
her
your
house,
job anyway.
Her house was built in 1906. It's a fantastic house. It is, it's awesome, and she's an incredible decorator.
Yeah, you said she was, and you knew, instantly that something was going on when you got there, and you were like, "Holy cow, what's going on?" You could tell something was different,
Right?
As well as her, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a busy week, and I tell you what, I think after that night, I think I might have slept like 9 hours straight. I was exhausted.
I bet.
Yes, sir.
I bet. I don't. Yeah, it does that to you. It's amazing the energy that spirits pull from you.
Yeah.
It's how much they pull.
And you have to kind of bolster yourself up to because you feel the energy, you feel that oppression, that negativity.
Yeah. That's the part about it that I thought it was my nerves over time, was my nerves of feeling certain things, but I got to notice, and I didn't always feel that way. And I could tell now when we go somewhere, when I walk in a place, I feel it. And it's not the nerves. So yeah, you can tell. It's just weird. They said, what happened an hour later across the street, Chip?
Okay. I wasn't going to say it, but all right. So after we finished up, it was around midnight, and across the street there was a young girl about 13 who put on something, I think it was social media, about she was going to commit suicide with some pills that she took. So I volunteer here in town, and the ambulance had to go out and pick her up. And then I think a short time after that, another 13-year-old girl, like on the other side, basically went just hysterical and was having an argument with her father and not acting anything like her normal self. This was just totally unusual behavior for her. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the police had to come out for that one. And all of these was, you look at, I probably should have added a line in there about not to harm anyone else when leaving, and extended that out to not just the people in the house, but those in the surrounding area, because I have a feeling that energy ended up going after these two girls and that negative energy. Yeah. So, well, even though we weakened it, it needed to feed on something. And, your teenagers, when they're especially 13, when they've got a lot of changes going on in their body and they're just full of energy. And I have a feeling that's where it ended up.
That's wild. Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah.
And the weird, that happened because it happened right when you were finishing up.
Yeah.
It was looking something to feed off of, like you said.
Yeah. So, you know, lessons learned extend out that you're not to harm anybody else when leaving. Um, and not just the people of the household, you know.
How about that? You heard that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we need to keep that in mind too.
Yeah.
So I think it was meant to be for you and Riley to meet. I'm glad to meet you too. But the things you can do is exactly what he's been wanting to do for several years. So
Yeah.
I think God put y'all in the same place at the same time, which was good for him, because what he's wanting to do, I probably ain't.
Well,
I'll be there for moral support.
it was interesting because I didn't realize Riley and I have a lot more in common too. I got COVID real bad, and I was in a coma, and I had to learn to walk all over again, and feed myself and everything all over. So we've got a little bit more history than we're going to have to talk about.
Yeah,
Yes,
you've seen the other side, man. I'm sure this guy here, listening to the doctors for several months is not supposed to be sitting beside me, but he didn't throw in the towel, and his family, we supported him, and we prayed, and we didn't leave his side. And there's nobody to think but the higher power, and that's God. He's got other plans for this guy.
That's it. It's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
so we're going to have to start a club ourselves, Riley.
Sounds great to me. I'm down. I've already started Down South Supernatural.
Yeah, this is all him. This is not. He's just let me join in here lately.
Yeah. He's doing great.
Him and my dad passed a few years ago, but him and my dad, man, that is all they talked about. And I thought, God, I was into everything else.
Yeah.
Still working, trying to raise a family. But when they got together, that's all they talked about. But I know my dad is smiling now, because Riley got it. He got it the whole time. I mean, I'm talking about from 5-6 years old. He loved it. So anyway.
That's great.
So I got to ask you, as long as you've been doing it, what's the scariest situation you were put in? I know you remember something.
The scariest thing I've seen. We were talking to a family, more like doing the pre-arrival investigation. Before you show up, we were trying to find out, what's been happening, look at the layout, and kind of plan what we're doing. And then all of a sudden we hear thump, 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 thump upstairs. And you got to look, you got to go investigate, right? So we pulled down the attic ladder, and I realized I didn't have a flashlight with me. So I'm using the cell phone, the flash on the cell phone. I'm going to just snap a picture and see what shows up. And when I snapped the flash on the cell phone, I saw two possums staring me almost like right in my face. And I screamed and fell down the ladder, and everybody ran out. So
So to this day, do they know it was just possums?
yes, they do.
Would you tell them it was something else?
I went out and said, "We're not supposed to scream and run off," and we're not supposed to run off, and they said, "You're the one who screamed." But when you're surprised by possums, they can be kind of, frightening.
Yeah,
absolutely. Golly. So I guess next Monday night we'll be going with you, Chip, on the investigation. So we're looking forward to that.
That's going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been so busy lately. We usually try to go somewhere every weekend, but we haven't been anywhere in, gosh, 2-3 weeks now.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to hit a little local place this weekend that we've been wanting to go back. There's some heavy things happening there, and it's a abandoned home. And but like he said, when you walk in there, it's almost like a cult has been in there with all the paintings and stuff on the walls. It's just kind of scary looking,
Yeah.
We might hit that up.
There's a sigil on the wall that brings up. Have you ever heard of a topa?
Say it again. A what?
Have you ever heard of a topa?
No, I'm afraid I've not heard that.
It's kind of it's a spirit thought to be, it's like a spirit made out of somebody thinking about something so much that they are born. There's enough processed thought into that one spirit.
Interesting. I want to hear how this goes.
Yeah. And we took the SLS in there with us the last time because we had all our tools. And that was before we got the XLS. Now we're going to take the XLS back out there to try out.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, sir.
We didn't really get a lot in there coming through the EMF stuff or not, but we were probably in this place for, I don't know, maybe an hour. And we were in this one room where you were just like, man, if something's here, it's in this room. And we had the SLS camera, and we had mapped the place out, 2 different times, probably 5 minutes apiece. And I think something grabbed Dylan's arm while we were in this room. And naturally, you got to know Dylan. Dylan's a big man. And I grabbed his arm, and he was like, I'm not going to repeat what he said, but we knew something grabbed Dylan's arm. And I immediately got the SLS and scanned the room, and about 5 feet from Dylan was a figure standing in the corner that hadn't been there the whole time. We didn't notice it through the camera, but it was there, man, and it was a giant.
It was
really
huge.
It was huge, and it took about 2 or 3 steps toward us, and we stayed there. We tried to communicate with it. We didn't get any communication other than we knew it was there. You could feel it when it happened.
Yeah.
And look, all of a sudden it stayed there. What do you think, man? 2 or 3 minutes?
2 or 3 minutes, and then it was just gone.
And it was gone, and you could feel it. And we all thought, it's time to go home now. I mean, you could just feel it.
It's kind of hard to top that,
Yeah, no doubt. But also in that room, when, like I said, when we walked in the back door, I took a deep breath.
Yeah.
There's something going on in
Yeah.
here. And then, we walked through, and man, there was stuff on the walls. I don't know. I believe somebody been sleeping in there. I don't know. It was just a wild feeling, but it's one of those houses when you ride by, the windows are boarded up, and it's just got houses built in probably the 40s. Probably back in 1940, it was a nice house, brick house. But it's got that vibe that you'd see in a haunted movie.
Wow. It makes you wonder, have you done any background research on it?
I really hadn't.
I did some stuff and tried to track the owners of it, and there's not a lot on it. Someone told us someone died in that room. Somebody got killed in that room we were in, and that was all hearsay. You go back looking through threads, punching in that address of and nothing comes up. But
it's basically a dead address now.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's the what do you call the effect?
Mandela.
The Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect. Yeah.
You're wiping it out.
Yeah.
You're wiping it out.
Yeah. I like that Mandela effect stuff. I'm all about that. So.
Look, I'm gonna tell you the first time we met you, the first time we went to the meeting, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know what it was. I told Riley when we left, I was like, man, those guys are way over our head.
I was thinking I'm in the wrong place. I mean, these people are talking about stuff I ain't never heard of, and this dude behind me has got a lock that'll open me and my grandma's door across the street.
Well, there's so much to the paranormal. It's hard to keep up with everything, isn't it?
Absolutely, man.
I mean, we got black-eyed children, UFOs, Bigfoot, cryptoids. There's just so much that we can talk about.
Yeah.
It actually is when you start opening it up like that. It's just there's a lot going on. Did you write any questions down for Mr. Chip? I know you wore his ear out last night, I think, outside.
I did. I talked to Mr. Chip.
I told him last night when he come in, I said, please tell me you didn't just worry that man to death last night. He's not even going to get on you live tomorrow night.
We had a great talk.
Yes, sir. Can I have my phone so I can get that notepad?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't ever transfer it to the paper.
I saw you originally from is it Virginia, Alexandria, Virginia. You ever been to Gettysburg?
What was that?
You ever been to Gettysburg?
Yes.
We've been talking about going there. We'd like to go sometime.
I'm going to take for ghost hunting. The best time to go is on the 4th of July.
Oh, really?
And here's why. One, there's going to be a lot of energy from that, 4th of July. All the fireworks and everything. It's the only night they really let people stay over. Otherwise, they tend to, shoo you out. So you can get a real good night's investigation in.
You ever seen anything that really caught your eye? I've seen a lot of pictures.
We were talking to one of the Park Service guys and heard a dog barking, and he says, "You're not going to find it." I said, "What do you mean?" And he says, "That's the ghost dog." So like they know about this dog, and he barks in the same area, but you can't find him.
Yes.
Hey,
Wow.
of all things. Yeah, of all things, we catch a dog.
What's the bad dogs on?
Hellhound.
Yeah, the first thing that came to my mind it was a hellhound, but you would probably know if it was.
It was just it's just a regular dog, and you just hear him barking and then baying, and then he does that for a while, and then he stops, and it's like you keep waiting, and then you realize you just spent the whole night waiting for this dog to bark again, and he's not there. So
yes, sir.
Yep. Well, you done been on the 2 stories we want to talk about. What else you got going on there?
Let's see. I wanted to ask you, Mr. Chip, does it give you an advantage, like being you can cleanse a house if you wanted to? Does it open up any doors or give you any advantages to possibly more investigations?
I think, cleansing the house, basically it's to help remove anything evil, especially like evil taint. Say you had Jeffrey Dahmer's house. All right. Even though Jeffrey Dahmer's not dead, there's going to be a negative energy there. So when you're doing a cleansing, think about it, it just scrubs all that dirt off.
Yes, sir.
Remember, I was talking to you last night. I said sometimes you got to wash the mud off.
Yeah.
That's it.
How'd you learn to do cleansing? How'd you learn it? Did somebody teach you a long time ago, or did you learn it on your own?
Well, the first time I did it was I was with a group, and we were doing an exorcism on a house pre-Civil War, and they were Native Americans. So we were doing an exorcism, and I was basically participating with them, and that's when I got to see it in action, how it works, and then followed up on it from there, because part of it is really it's what's your intention? Your intention is to remove this safely as can be, to restore the house to the owners and repel that negative energy, and that's what you're doing with the cleansing or a blessing of the house.
Yes, sir.
So I sent the stuff to Riley last night. Riley, did you go through and cleanse the house?
Oh, my house?
Yeah,
No, sir.
I thought maybe he might practice or something. So
Jeez, if he does that, we'll probably all pack our bags.
Yeah, that's why I didn't, because I didn't want mom or dad to be thinking we had an evil entity in the house that I was trying to cleanse.
So that's another thing with all the equipment he's come. I mean, he's got way more equipment than he and I use and dealing all together. But that's one rule: don't bring that shit in the house.
right.
We don't want
Yeah, I understand that.
that
I understand that.
because we don't
Well,
want to know.
You know, if he doesn't and he brings that positive energy that he's trying to basically channel through him, he's a conduit of that energy. I mean, you'll notice the house just feels lighter. It just much easier to breathe. Everything.
Kids, they might start sizzling, Daddy.
Maybe we need to try that if we go to the I call it the Little Hell House in Kinston this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
really
you
could.
go. Do you have some sage with you?
No, sir.
We probably need to get some.
I hadn't never bought none. I don't even know where you get it from.
There's some reputable places, even on Amazon, that you can find. Or you can just grow it. Princess will tell you can just grow it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Somebody's got some, I'm sure, close.
Yeah.
We'll check it out. But I'm surprised you don't have any. I really am. I thought he might pull some out of his back pocket while he was sitting here. Yeah, somebody said they have plenty. I wish I could tell who it was. We can't see the names, guys, on the live. I thought when we changed our subscription this week, it just says Facebook user.
No.
Who is the Facebook user that said y'all had plenty?
She said, I have plenty. She said, I'll give you some next time I see y'all. That may be Princess. I don't know.
I was going to say, if you get with me this week, I'll give you some.
There you go. So maybe we'll see her if she goes next Monday night.
Oh, she's going to be there.
Okay. So we'll maybe she can maybe bring you some in.
Yeah, maybe so. That would be a big help.
Yeah, I'd like to have it and not need it, than need it and not have it.
Yeah, she might even have some fresh grown stuff.
Yeah,
We work we got a community garden, and she has some fresh sage there.
I hadn't even. I don't know
That's
why.
amazing.
Our neighbor might have some. I hadn't even thought about it. Wow.
Hey.
Well, I mean, sage. I'm sitting here thinking it's something's got to be store bought, but sage is just a garden flower, basically, right?
Yeah, it's an herb.
Yeah, herb.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're gonna have to just dry it up some and kind of pack it up. But yeah.
Sweet.
Yes, sir.
You got anything else, my man?
I mean,
We've run this one on a while tonight, which is good.
we usually go to about 10 or so I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some people got to work tomorrow.
I know. I mean, I done fired my monster down around 5.
I know.
I'm feeling right now.
That's the deal. I left for work about 5, and you're talking about drinking a monster today at 5.
Oh man.
So
he killed that monster too, didn't he?
Oh, dude, he's a 5 or 6 o'clock every day
in the afternoon.
Wow.
Right when everybody's trying to unwind, I'm trying to get going.
I see.
So you saw that. I'm gonna jump to something real quick. Just crossed my mind. Have you ever have you ever seen something thrown? Something moved like the table. Anything else happened that you actually visually saw?
Oh yeah. when I lived up in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, which is heavily haunted. It's I mean, it's one of those places. If you don't believe in ghosts, you've never been there. There was one of the houses that a gentleman had, and basically his family moved out to another house because this house was haunted, and they just didn't want to be there any longer. So he's trying to get it ready to sell, and he'd only been there a few months. And we saw a shadow on the wall, like somebody was casting a shadow, but there was no physical person there. So
Yeah.
it was in a stairwell. So we ran after it and then ran up the stairs. And as we got up to the top of the stairs, we saw a ball come flying through the air, bounce off the cabinets, and the dog ran over, picked it up, and then brought it over and dropped it to the foot of somebody we didn't see.
Holy cow.
Yeah, she saw the ball go flying. So that was kind of cool.
That's crazy.
There's a place that we call it the orphanage, but it's a community center. But at one time, it was an orphanage. And one time we were up there and moved a ball. There was a big exercise ball, those big yoga balls.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
And as we're going through, this one girl kind of rolled it out of the way, and it just rolls, but then it stops. And you know how when something just stops suddenly, it catches your attention.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we looked over, and then it rolled to me, and then I rolled it back to that same spot, and it stops again, and rolled back to the girl, and she's like, "What's going on?" I said, "They want to play ball. Roll the ball," you know. So we ended up playing ball with a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
And Pete, there's so many people who don't believe in ghosts or spirits or anything, but to actually see and witness something like that will change your mind quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had a few. There was one time one of the EMF detectors, we put it someplace, and it's been sitting there all night. And to the point, I actually forgot that it was there. And as we were doing our investigation, all of a sudden it comes flying off and shatters on the ground. It wasn't like it threw. I don't think they meant for it to break. It's what was the name of that brand? Ghost Box, I think it is. But it just like came flying off of the top of this refrigerator and shattered on the ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think we've actually. There's so much video that we've accumulated over a while. We're terrible at going back, looking at video.
Yeah.
And we should do a lot better job of that, because I'm sure we've caught things that we don't even realize.
Yeah.
But the one thing I was telling you, it caught my eye when you guys went to Harmony Hall, because there was my daughter Riley, David went,
and
Dylan. We went to Harmony Hall the night after Harmony Hall they do a so every year during Halloween they advertise it and let people come in and investigate. So we were going to go that night, but we really didn't want to go with 50 other people or more in that house at one time.
Oh my God, it'd be a circus.
It would be a circus. So we went the night after. So we said, one or two things are going to happen. We're going to get no interaction, or they're going to be stirred up from the night before. One of those two things. So that's what we were saying, is we really didn't get a lot, but the one thing we got that has not happened since anywhere we've been is we've had some balls move before and things like that, but we had a cell phone on the floor and it was recording in that room where we kept hearing footsteps come up those stairs.
Oh, those stairs. Yes. I know which ones you're talking about.
And you hear the footsteps and you're like, somebody is coming up them stairs. So we set a phone in there on the floor and to try to catch it. And we stood there a while, nothing. We said, we'll walk back out. And I was the last one in the line walking out. And these guys were already going through that doorway into the room with those dolls. and out of my peripheral, I saw that phone slide across the floor on that rug that's in there.
Wow.
I'm sure the same rug is there, and I don't mean it slid like 2 or 3 inches. It slid 2 or 3 feet across the floor.
Wow.
And I saw the light, and as I was looking, it was I watched it slide and stop, and I immediately said, oh my gosh, what did I just see? So naturally, you start looking who did that. There's nobody in there,
right?
But and naturally, we didn't get it on video.
Of course.
Did we? And after that, it was like, man, it was over for that night. But that did happen. Sadly, we didn't get it recorded, and that, I don't know why you miss the good stuff sometimes.
Right, but you know what? Dustin Perry from Ghost Adventures, he pointed out a really good thing. It's better to be there in the event than worrying about all your technology and whether you catch something, because so many people are so hung up on their equipment that they actually miss the occurrences, things happening.
Sure, I believe that.
Yeah,
you're dead on that.
Yeah,
I get hung up on it too. I'm wanting everything to work. We got so much and trying to figure things out and catch new things when, like you said, I lose my focus on what we're doing.
Yeah. And the best thing is to be there in the event, be interesting, be fun, be somebody that, your neighbor would want to talk to. Because once this spirit thinks, hey, this guy's interesting, I'm going to hang out with him,
Yeah.
Do you guys do a lot of with the EVPs?
Yeah.
Yeah. That orphanage was the first place that I thought, I wasn't big into EVPs until we played stuff back from there. And it was like you walked into a third grade classroom and everybody wanted to talk to you. Just all these voices of happy kids just talking over each other, trying to tell you their story. And it was just like, wow.
And that's something we love to do it now. Early on, we hardly ever did it. And it's just no telling what we missed. But and we got 3 recorders. Hey, you got one on your watch, you got one on your phone now. It's so easy to do. And that is anybody can do that. You don't have to order no special equipment.
Right. Simplest equipment. Now I'd recommend using electronic digital recorder, because back in the old days when we had those cassettes, you would pick up that cassette hum and you kind of missed out on a lot of stuff because you just kept hearing or they were chanting. I don't know.
Yeah. Golly, good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Sir.
You got anything else for Chip
I
before we let him go?
I don't really have anything else.
Man, we appreciate you getting up here. We're going to be inviting you back on here some more.
Well, that'd be great. We got to get out and do some more stuff too. I'm looking forward to Monday.
I'm hoping we make it go live from there.
I don't know if they don't want nobody to know, right?
They don't want nobody.
Yeah, we'd have to find a way to make the venue so people wouldn't know what the place, the location is. But we'll see.
Yes, sir.
Nothing else. We can next Wednesday night. Maybe we'll have something to talk about.
There we go.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. Yeah,
that is exactly right.
So I'm sure we'll get some things if the owner's experiencing some things, and 9 times out of 10 there's something going on.
Yeah, that's true.
She's got enough things that seem to happen that it's kind of hard to, I can't find any good logical. She had her and her daughter both have seen full-bodied apparitions, and they both described the same guy.
Told you.
Yeah. That's there's something going on.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that then. We'll be fired up and ready.
That'd be great.
I'll be on number 2 or 3 monster.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
He'll be walking without his cane Monday. He'll be jogging around.
He's going to be the energy that they draw off of right there. Yeah.
Just find a, go keep a chair close by. We'll know when they pull his energy because he'll fall.
There we go.
Hey, don't worry. Don't tempt me. I will be the Zach Bagans of the group in a heartbeat.
Jeez.
Oh, gee.
I believe in provoking.
No.
Sadly.
Yeah, we go places and he provokes, and that makes me nervous sometimes.
Yeah. I don't like provoking because you just don't know who that is, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't like the provoking part neither. If they don't want to communicate with me, I'm cool. We'll try it again another day.
Yep. That's it. I mean, if today's not the best day for them, provoking them means they're not going to talk to you tomorrow either. You know?
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, Chip. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for hopping up here.
Thank you a lot, Mr. Chip.
You guys take care.
We'll be talking to you later. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good night. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, partner. That was pretty awesome.
All right, everybody. That was Chip Meyers, man. He's he's experienced a lot. He's done a lot, you know, almost probably 30 years of doing paranormal investigations. Probably was doing it before they called it paranormal investigations.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, that's cool. He's got a lot of stories, but that one week he had just a few weeks ago when he was in 2 different houses, and golly, he did things that what we want to do is help people.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's what it's all about. Just like you
is.
say all the time, all he says, I just want to help somebody. And if that's what God put you on this earth to do and saved your life, by all means, let's help
Then
somebody.
I'm gonna do it.
So yeah. Dylan, where are you at tonight, man? Where's Big Deal? I hadn't seen Big Deal.
Deal. I need you to squeal.
All right, y'all. It's been a good night. We had Chip on. I hope you'll check it out. Share this live, and like us, share us out. Help us on TikTok, get some more viewers so we can go live there. And we're gonna be cleaning up our act on YouTube and editing some of all the videos we got. Wow, we got a lot of things we can put up there to help us out. But I appreciate it, y'all. It's been another good talk tonight. Share us out. Let us know some things you'd like to see us go and investigate. If you want to get on here and talk about some places you've been and things you've experienced, message us out. We love talking about it.
Somebody said Riley is also welcome to come when Tipton. Ghostbusters ringtone. Hello. What's going on, Big Squeal? Where you at, man?
So that's Dylan calling. He's been MIA tonight.
Oh, that's all right, buddy. All right then, buddy.
Well, yeah, what I was saying, anybody waiting, if you've experienced some things, you know
we're
somebody
still
that
up
might
here,
need some
so
help.
I'll just
checking
watch
some places out, making sure, you know, if
call
it
me
is
back.
some
All right,
spirits
bro.
there, good or bad.
All right,
Reach
later,
out to
buddy.
Riley. You can message him on Facebook.
Or you could call this number. Just the last 4 digits are wrong. It's actually 1768.
Yep, 1768.
1768.
I don't know who screen printed that shirt, but you probably ought to talk to them.
My Brendel.
It was actually me.
Oh, yeah. You're the culprit.
We actually do a good job screen printing, just not on our own stuff. You know, a mechanic, the best mechanic drives ragged cars. The people who do the best at landscaping and maintenance have the roughest looking yards. Same thing. We do some of the best screen printing, but we just might get your phone number wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done, y'all. Share it out. Let us know
Y'all,
some places you might want us to go.
my line's always open, except for between possibly 10 o'clock at night and 8 o'clock in the morning. then my line is not so open.
He's all supernatural in between that time.
I'm all my butt's asleep between those times. But I usually sit up late at night and watch Supernatural anyway, so my line's always open. So just give me a call. Thank you very much.
We appreciate it, y'all. Thank you very much for looking. Share it out to your friends. Join the group. We're going to have a good time.
Keep this name growing.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Down south, out.
So, out.